Okay, so I pushed it live and I'll be with you throughout the class. So if you could make me the co-host.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're co-host now.
Okay, thanks.
Hi, people. Hi, everybody.
Hi, people.
There's a commercial with a little kid, and he always does it on
Hi,
the
people.
like,
Yes.
"Hi, people."
Yes.
That pops into my mind.
Yes.
I think it's cute when he does. Not as cute when I do it, but it's real cute when he does it.
Well, my
So,
dog's jealous. You didn't say hi to him.
who?
My dog. You just spoke to people, not dogs and cats.
I don't see your dog to say hello.
Yeah, he's over here asleep.
You're gonna have to hold him up to the screen and.
You know that's not going to happen.
Okay. Hello, dogs and cats and
Look behind you now.
animals and Crit. Is mine coming in? Oh yeah, he's
Yes.
sneaking in as I talk. He's got a place to lay down over here, so he'll go over there. He's pretty good about acting very good in classes. Okay, with that being said, now that we've said hello to all the critters, let me get the slides up to share with you guys, and we'll get our show on the road. Well, that's interesting. Hold on. Something. Oh, I hit the wrong button. That's why. That's what I wanted. Okay. Welcome to Tai Chi for Beginners. We're currently practicing the Sung Style 12 form. If you've been in a class before, you've already had at least one or two pieces of it. And if you're new to me tonight, you're going to get one of the pieces of it. I broke it down into 4 pieces for the 12 forms. My name is Ty. I'm the one doing the breaking down and the leading, the guiding tonight. I live in Florida, in the U.S., just outside of Orlando. I have a background in biology and psychology, as well as computer science. Yes, they are all related. I worked just before retirement. I was into consulting with medical centers. I went around advising them on better use of their data, doing a lot of classes, teaching them how to get accurate data out of their system versus crap data that so many of them were getting. So I teach them a lot about their data and data structures. But I got a taste for teaching. So when I knew I was aiming for retirement, I started getting certified in all these great modalities that I enjoy and practice, including Kundalini Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Tai Chi, and Qigong, because I knew after I retired, I wanted to teach and share these great modalities with people, especially the ones that are focused on being therapeutic more than just plain exercise. So tonight, I'm here to guide you with the Sung style Tai Chi forms. Now, that means I'm going to be teaching you mechanics, because you've got to learn the mechanics in order to know how to move through the forms. But over time, with a little bit of experience and time put in, I hope that you learn how to expand from those mechanics and go into a deeper meditative practice. And we'll be talking about that off and on in the classes. It was Get Set Up that brought us all together here. What a great organization. Seniors guiding seniors with new information, new practices, so that we can move forward and do even more fantastic things than we've already done. We learn from each other. Now, tonight is a movement class, so if you would turn on your camera, I would greatly appreciate it. But if you don't want to, that's okay. That's fine. I want you in class, whether you turn on the camera or not. It's just having some cameras turned on enables me to see what you're doing and gives me feedback to help me guide the class. So as long as some of you have the camera turned on, it really does help. but I hope you'll get comfortable and turn it on in the future if it's not on tonight. The class is being recorded. We're here with Kilm tonight. Kilm's our TA, and she's going to be recording the class. And after the end of class, if you want a recording, just email us. Email help, HELP, @getsetup.io. Now, if you're in by live stream, which I guess somebody might be in by live stream, but the class didn't book up with the new limit of how many people can register tonight didn't actually fill up 100%. So we may not have anybody by live stream. But if you're choosing to come in that way anyway, congratulations. I'm glad you're joining us. It's so nice to have you. Be aware that Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific products. No marketing. Now, the important slide. The assumption is here, and my expectation is that you've checked with your doctor. Before you do anything that's new, any new movement, any new exercise program, you should have a conversation with your doctor, especially if you're suffering from any health conditions or if you take any medications. Your doctor's advice on what you should or should not do is first. That's priority. But I will tell you, I've never met a doctor, MD or DO, that does not recommend Tai Chi for everybody. No matter what your limits are, they recommend it because it's movement. Just movement honoring the limits that that doctor lays out for you. Now, the second thing you should observe and follow the directions are your own body. If your own body is telling you, slow down, or maybe you're feeling pain, stop. If you're feeling lightheaded, stop. Shortness of breath, stop. Sit down, rest. Honor what your body is telling you. And then third, you can listen to me and I'll give you some directions on the movement. So doctor first, body second, you know what your limits are. And third, me. If you attended my Tai Chi, Why It's Great for Seniors, which is basically my intro class, you've already been introduced to the universal posture, the Wuji, the commencement form, and the opening close. We will use those tonight, and I will give you a simple description of them. If you want to practice them a little bit more and learn a little bit more about those forms, please take Tai Chi, Why It's Great for Seniors. Now, the 12 forms I mentioned, Sung style. Now, Sung style is also talked about in the intro class, along with the other schools. If you want to understand basically why we're studying Sung style, take the intro class. But accept the fact that Sung style is very gentle. It's perfect for seniors, and I actually enjoy it. So that's one reason I like leading people in it. But I break the 12 forms down into 2 sequences of 6. One I call single whip sequence because it starts with a single whip form. The other one I call brush the knee sequence because it starts with brush the knee form. Each one is basically 6 forms that we will practice. We will learn in that piece and practice in a class. Each one can be done left or right. So tonight we're going to work on single whip right. I believe that's the one next on the list. So we're going to be doing single whip right tonight. Each class will rotate through them. And then in your practice, you can put them all together in one long sequence. Let's talk about a few rules. Some I've already mentioned. Do only what you're comfortable with. You can stop at any time. Anytime you should stop, stop. Anytime you're questioning whether you should stop, stop. Simple. Do what you're capable of doing. Follow your doctor's directions. Wear comfortable clothing, preferably something loose because you're going to be moving your body and arms around. Flat, well-fitting shoes to give you a nice connection with the floor. There are some people who like to practice Tai Chi barefooted. I'm not one of them, and I'm not someone who recommends it. But if you feel that you're balanced, if you feel completely steady on bare feet, then I can't stop you, and you can do your practice barefooted. I believe that the support of the shoes actually guides us in the practice. So that's my advice to you. You know, deck shoes, tennis shoes are what they actually call Tai Chi shoes that you can order online. If you're really hungry, you might not want to practice. Or if you're just eating a big meal, you may not want to practice. If you did tonight, if you're hungry or you've had a big meal, be judicious in how much you do in class. Always listen to your body. It knows what's going on, and it's telling you when it's had enough. Take rest periods as you need to. Stop if you feel any pain. Pain is not building. Pain is damage. So if you feel pain, then you've gone too far. Always stay in your comfort zone. There's 3 points of comfort zone you want to pay attention to. The level of exertion. Am I doing too much? The range of motion. Am I going too far? Length of practice. Have I been doing it too long? In class, we're going to move a minimum of 30, 35, maybe even 40 minutes. So if that's too much for a single practice for you, back off. Take a rest. Have some water. In your practice, more at home than in the class, move as slowly and smoothly as you're able to. In class, you're going to be a little mechanical as I teach you the mechanics. Over time, with experience, that's going to start smooth. It's going to start flowing, and you'll find yourself doing it more smoothly. And that's when you want to start focusing on slowing down, making the practice more meditative. For your breath, constantly breathe. Don't hold your breath. Let it be a comfortable breath, a natural breath, an easy breath, but breathe. It really doesn't matter where or when you breathe, though I'm going to give you some points in class of where I'm inhaling and exhaling. That's just advice. As long as you're breathing, you're good. Learn to use only the minimum amount of effort necessary to do the movements. I'm going to talk often about your shoulders being tight or your knees being tight. And when I do, I'm proposing that you soften them and relax them. Let go of some of that strength that collects in your torso, your hips, your thighs, your shoulders, and start letting it relax. Allow your practice to be very soft and comfortable and start releasing some of that effort. Kind of goes back to the yoga phrase of letting things go. Now, one little trick is as you move in Tai Chi, just imagine that the air around you is somewhat dense. It's comfortably dense. And your arms are moving through the air as though they're swimming, because that allows you to imagine that you're pressing into a resistance as you move and helps you slow down. Just imagine the sensation of pushing your hand through dense air. All of this won't happen in one evening. This will come with experience. Bottom line, let go, let things go, let baggage go. Less is always doing more in Tai Chi. And there's no hurry. We have guidelines we follow in Tai Chi, and I'm just going to throw the names out there: mindfulness, postural alignment, breath awareness, active relaxation, slow movement, weight separation, integrated movement, and mind-body principles. Each class, I'm going to bring one up, and I think I brought this one up quite a bit lately. Postural alignment. You want to keep your focus on good posture. We don't lean in Tai Chi. We stay in balance in Tai Chi. And the way we do that is we keep the head right over the shoulders, and the torso and spine is one line. So the head and spine is one line, and it moves together with the torso. When your arm moves, the eyes follow it, and the shoulders and the torso rotate with it. So we keep the weight evenly distributed safely on our feet, and we rotate the torso as one unit. The body remains in an upright position. The shoulders remain aligned over the hips. And I'll be talking about that as we get into the practice. So with that being said, let's actually do some practice. You can come standing with me. You can stay seated, or you can stand with a chair handy for support. Not a bad idea. I actually use the wall. I'm practicing right next to a wall while I'm demoing for you, and you'll see me sometimes touch that wall just for added balance. And I recommend that you have water available. Sometime during the session, start sipping some water, maybe in the middle, maybe several times. Just have that water available. Okay, let's do some practice. Let me make some technical adjustments. And I'm going to get us some music. Can you hear that music okay? Is it loud enough? Okay, cool. You guys know about the thumbs up, thumbs down. That's great. I thought I was already spotlighted, but that may be, yeah, I'm spotlighted. I'm just not seeing that way. Okay. Oh, then perfect. Nope. Let me get back. I have to be spotlighted here so that you guys can get the recording that way. Oh, it's fighting me, people. Hang on a minute. There we go. I don't know why Zoom is fighting me tonight. There we go. Okay. If you want to, come standing with me or stay seated. Find your Wuji. Now, if you're new to this, your Wuji is a standing, relaxed posture. Your hips basically over your ankles and soft knees, a little bouncy in the knees, soft shoulders. It's actually relaxed. And take a breath into your belly. Just a nice slow inhale into your belly and an exhale. And on that exhale, see if you can just check out those shoulders and neck and relax a little more tension, maybe a little tension in your thighs. Remember, less is more. This is our go-to posture, Wuji. It's kind of like the yoga version of easy pose. This is where we always go to, but when we're not doing something else. The first form is an opening form called commencement. From your Wuji, just rotate your shoulders, bring the hands up, allow the hands to drift down. Remember, pushing through that dense fog. The hands come up the shoulder and your weight goes to the right foot and you step out with the left and you reach. Bring your weight to the left foot, bring the right foot to join and bring the elbows down. And then you open and close. Let me detail that for you face on for anybody new. Find your Wuji, stand tall and relax the body. Commencement is rotating the shoulders, soft arms, soft wrist. Bring the hands down. Comes towards your belly button. Drawing the letter U, basically. Notice how I'm leaning into my right foot. You may see it as my left, but I'm putting my weight on my right foot so I can lift the left foot freely and safely and put the heel down, put the foot flat, put my weight into that forward foot. Hands go forward, bring the other foot to join, elbow down, and the opening close is just separating the hands and closing the hands. It's called a pulsing of the hands. Go inhale and exhale. And from there, we're going to start our single whip to the right. So bring yourself into Wuji, but with the hands at the heart center. And we'll do open and close. Now single whip to the right. You bring your weight to the left foot. You may see this as my right. Turn to the right 45 degrees or turn the other direction. Step out 45 degrees, that small step with the heel and the toe, and your weight starts going into that forward foot. Turn the palms away and push. It's as though you're pushing an energy curtain. But notice how well balanced you are if you have good posture. If you're leaning into it, you have bad posture. You're not stable. But if you've got really good straight posture and you push the wall, you're very well balanced. Let's come back and do that again. I'm going to turn my back to you this time so that my words will match my movements. Open and close. Bring your weight to the left foot. Rotate the torso to the right 45 degrees and step out. Heel, toe, palms face away and push. Really put some push into that, but don't go all the way out. It's not a stretch, it's just a push. From open and close, we did single whip, and The next thing we do is called open the curtain. Remember how I said you push the energy curtain? Well, now we're going to open that curtain. Open and close. Weight to the left foot, turn to the right, push the energy curtain. Now, you've got your weight firmly on that front foot. You're nicely balanced. You're going to separate the hands. So I'm leaving my right hand where it is and moving my left hand, and I'm pushing that curtain open. Watching the back of the left hand. Now bring the hands back together. Let's do that again. Weight's on the forward foot, hands are together. Watch your weight change where it is as you open the curtain. As you rotate the torso and follow that back of that hand with your eyes, your weight starts shifting to the other foot. One more time, bring them together. Weight's on this foot, which is a little forward to the other. Open the curtain, now my weight's on the other foot. When the weight is firmly on this foot, you can lift that foot that you stepped out with and bring it back in. Let's do that again let's start with the open and close. I'm gonna turn my back to you. Open and close. Weight to the left foot. Push out 45 degrees and step to the right. Open the curtain, watching the back of the left hand. My weight is now shifting to my left foot, and I lift my right foot and bring it back in to join the left. Open and close. Single whip to the right. Weight to the left foot. Step out 45 degrees to the right and push the curtain. Open the curtain, watching the back of the left hand. Your weight comes to the right foot. Comes to your left foot, and you bring the right foot in. Now you bring this hand, the one that didn't move, the one that stayed still, you bring down. It's just kind of like it rotates at the elbow. We call this a swish. Looks like I'm waving, doesn't it? It's like I'm just waving. So you bring this, you swish the arm down. Let's do that again. Open and close. Weight to the left foot. If you're doing the opposite of me, that's fine. Push the curtain as you step with the right foot. Open the curtain, bring the weight to the left foot. Bring in the right foot. Swoosh. Let me do that with my back to you. Open and close. Single whip to the right. The weight goes to the left foot. Step out to the right 45 degrees. Heel, toe. Find your weight on that front foot, the right foot. Open the curtain. Bring the right foot back to join the left and swish the right hand down. Now, this is the part that often confuses people. The hands were separate and you swish that hand down. So now this hand is somewhere across your belly button and the other hand is still up where I was looking at the back of the hand. This is going to result in a little twist to the torso. You're going to take that lower hand and you're going to bring it up to where the upper hand is. But notice how my shoulder comes forward and I do a little torso twist. That's appropriate. So that hand comes up. The hand that was up comes down. So now it's at your belly. So open the curtain, swish the arm down, bring the lower arm high, twist into it a little bit, bring the upper arm down. Now you've switched the arms. They were like this, and now they're like this, and you're gonna turn back. This is waving arms in the clouds. Now we're gonna switch hands again. The lower one goes high, and notice how you're gonna twist the other direction, and the higher one comes low. You're gonna rotate back. The low hand goes high, the high hand goes low. Each time you do a little extra twist there. Switch hands. Low goes high, high goes low. You're always staring at the back of the upper hand. This is an excellent practice routine tomorrow for your 5 minutes. You can just practice this for 5 minutes, waving hands in the clouds. Breathing, relaxing in the body. As you're doing this, all of a sudden you may think, wow, he told me to check my body for tension. Maybe I should relax my shoulders a little bit. Maybe relax my neck. Maybe I can take some of the muscular strength out of my arms. Let's come back and start back at the open and close. So open and close, single whip to the right. Weight goes to the left foot, turn to the right 45 degrees, step out and push the curtain. Weight's on your front foot. For me, it's right. For you, it could be left. Whatever that front foot is, open the curtain, bringing the weight to the other foot. For me, it's shifting it to the left. Bring that front foot in, swish that arm down. We're going to switch hands. The low hand goes up and the upper hand goes down as I twist a little bit to my left and I wave hands in the clouds. I'm going to switch hands. That low hand goes up, the upper hand goes down. I twist just a little bit and it comes back. Switch hands and rotate back. Waving hands in the clouds. Now let's talk footwork. Come find your Wuji. And remember when we started the class, I had you bring your weight to the right foot. Well, let's bring it to the left and just feel that sensation as the weight goes from one foot to the other. This is how we do safe stepping in Tai Chi. We bring the weight to one foot before we lift the other foot. That is very safe, helps us prevent falling, gives us good balance. So for the steps in waving hands in the clouds, bring your weight to the left foot, raise the right foot and step out a little bit. Bring your weight to the right foot and bring in the left foot. Again, you may be mirroring me and doing the opposite. Let's do that again. I'm taking my weight to the left, stepping out with the right, bringing my weight to the right, and stepping in with the left. Bring the weight to the left, step out to the right, bring the weight to the right, step in with the left. Bring the weight to the left, step out with the right, bring the weight to the right, step in with the left. Weight to the left, step out with the right, weight to the right, step in with the left. Notice the rocking as you're shifting the weight. These are small steps. You're just rocking from one foot to the other and lifting the foot that doesn't have the weight on it. It's actually very soothing. This is another exercise you can do as part of your practice at home. You could spend 5 minutes just stepping, examining your weight as it goes, becoming conscious of where your weight is, giving you your stability. Okay, let's put that together. Find your Wuji. Now, I'm starting with my right hand at my belly and my left hand up. You may be opposite that. But we're going to switch hands. We're going to take that low hand up and the upper hand comes down. Your weight now should be on that foot near that lower hand. And you're going to lift the opposite foot and step out and rotate. Rotate the torso, watching the back of that upper hand. When you've rotated to the other side, bring that other foot in, switch hands, and rotate back. We're going to take a step in that same direction. Step out, switch hands, and rotate. Switch hands, step in, and rotate. Switch hands, step out, and rotate. Step in, switch hands, and rotate. Now, in the form, in the sequence, we do 3 of these. In your practice, you could do 10, 15, or 20, depending on how much space you've got in your room. It's good practice to just start on one end of a room and do the exercise all the way across the room. And then when you get to the other one, just turn around and come back. You know, this is how you build up that memory between the mind and body, so the muscles have sort of a memory built into them. So let's start at the beginning. Well, not the very. Let's start at the open and close. So open and close. Single whip to the right. I'm going in that direction. Weight goes to my left foot, and I step out to the right, and I push the curtain. Weight's on that forward foot, which is my right. Open the curtain, watching the back of the left hand. Bring the right foot in. Allow that right hand to swoosh. Replace the hand over there. They switch. Step out to the right and rotate. Step in with the left and rotate back. Switch hands, step out to the right and rotate. Step in, switch hands and rotate back. Step out to the right, switch hands and rotate. Step in, switch hands and rotate back. Do that again with my back to you. So, energy ball right there at heart center. You're in your Wuji. Your shoulders, your neck, your knees are relaxed. Take a breath with me. Inhale and exhale. Open and close. Bring your weight to the left foot. Step out to the right with a single whip. Push. Open the curtain, watching the back of the left hand as your weight comes to the left foot. Step in with the right foot, swish down that right hand and replace that left hand. It goes up, the left goes down. Step out and wave hands in the clouds. Step in, switch hands, and rotate back. Switch hands, step out. Step in, switch hands, and rotate back. Always watching the back of the high hand. Step out, switch hands, and rotate. Switch hands, step in, and rotate back. At the end of the sequence, the low hand comes up as though it's going to join the upper hand, but goes a little higher. And it starts coming back to heart center as the torso comes forward. The other hand sort of follows it back to heart center for an open and a close. There's our sequence. Open and close, single whip, push the curtain, waving, open the curtain, waving hands in the clouds, and open and close. So that's the sequence. So let's practice it a few times. Let's start at the literal very beginning. Let's find our Wuji and we'll do a commencement. So your Wuji is a stand tall, stretch your spine, and then relax into the body. Soften everything. The knees should be soft and spongy. The arms should be dangling. Tuck your tailbone just a little, tuck your chin just a little, and start a nice, slow, easy breath into your belly, your abdomen. Some people like to start their practice with a 1, 2, or 3 minute meditation of just standing in Wuji and breathing. It's a good way to start. Kind of sets the mood. So we're ready to do our commencement. I'm going to turn it at an angle as I start to show you from a perspective. So commencement form is rotate the shoulders. The arms and hands drop. The hands start coming toward your belly button. As the hands come up the chest, your weight goes to the right foot. Let me just turn my back to you. Weight goes to the I got myself confused when I did that. Let's try again. Sorry about that. Turned around too quickly. Find your Wuji. Rotate the arms in commencement. See if I can stay on course this time. Allow the hands to drift down. As they come up the chest, your weight goes to the right foot and you step out with the left as the hands come forward. Bring that right foot to join the left. Elbows go down, open, and close. Now I can turn around. From the open and close, we take our weight to the left foot, turn 45 degrees to the right, turn the palms out and push. Weight's on your right foot. Open the curtain as your weight comes to the left foot. Your eyes are following the back of that left hand. Bring in that right foot, swish the right hand down and let it replace the left, and the left hand comes down. Step out to the right and rotate. The weight is shifting to the right foot. Bring that left foot in, switch hands, and rotate back, watching the back of the left hand. Switch hands, step out to the right and rotate. Step in with the left foot, switch hands, and rotate back. Switch hands, step out with the right foot and rotate. Switch hands, step in and rotate back. The lower hand comes up. You bring the torso back to the front. The hands come with it. Back to the heart center for an open and a close. You may notice that on the open and close, I stand a little taller as I inhale, and I soften my knees on the exhale. That brings me back to my Wuji. Let me get a sip of water. Good time for you to have one if you want. So, find your Wuji. Nice, soft, relaxed body. Commence with the arms rotating. This is what I call drawing the U. As your hands come down, they come toward your belly button, which is where there's an energy center, the Dantian, and then they come up the chest as your weight goes to the right foot. Step out with the left, reach out. Now reach only means about 70% of your reach. Bring the other foot to join, elbows down. We don't do anything in Tai Chi to 100%. We usually do everything between 70 and 80%. Open and close. Bring your weight, I'm going to say to that foot in case you're mirroring me. Turn the other direction and step out 45 degrees and push. Separate the hands, opening the curtain. The weight's on the same foot as I'm staring at the back of the hand, so I can bring that forward foot in. Swish that hand down and allow it to replace the other hand, and then bring the other hand down. Step out and rotate. Step in, switch hands and rotate. Step out, switch hands and rotate. step in, switch hands and rotate. Switch hands, step out and rotate. Step in, switch hands and rotate. Waving hands in the clouds. We do a close by letting the lower hand rise higher than the upper. And then the torso comes back forward. And the arms come back to center for an open and a close. Now in the commencement form, you may notice the elbows are soft, the wrists are soft, and the hands actually sort of dangle down. Hang down, that's it. They sort of hang down. But when you reach the point of where the arms stop, the hands continue on just a little bit, almost like a little bit of inertia going on there. And then when the arms come down, the hands follow. So it's kind of like this, but in slow motion. And the elbows are soft. So let's do that again. Find your wuji, soft knees. Commencement form. Rotate the shoulders, the hands sort of dangle. Then they kind of flare up at the end there before coming down. You're drawing the letter U here as the hands come toward the belly button. And then as the hands come up at the chest, your weight goes to the right foot. Step out, small step, heel, toe, reach forward. The hands come out and then sort of dangle again. Bring the other foot to join. Elbows down for an open and close. That business with the dangling is just kind of emphasizing how soft the wrist is. Your hands just kind of carry weight at the end of the wrist. The hands are themselves always soft and usually molded like this as though you're holding a ball. The visualization on the open and close is that you've got an energy ball right there between your hands that you're pulsing the energy with. Open and close. Open and close. Let those shoulders go. Let those knees soften. It's always a reminder to relax the body. Okay. I'm going to open with commencement and then I'm going to flip around so you can watch me from the back. So, commencement. Hands come down and you pull it towards your belly button. Weight goes to the right foot and you step out with the left. Bring the other foot to join. Elbows down. And open and close. Bring your weight to the left foot. Turn to the right 45 degrees. That foot's going to do a very small step. Heel, toe. You turn the hands away and push as though there's an energy curtain that you need to push away. The weight goes to the forward foot, but you keep good posture. You don't lean into it. Open the curtain, rotating the torso and the head with the eyes following the back of the left hand. Bring in that right foot, bring it back to join the left. Swish the right hand down. It goes up to replace the left and the left comes down. Then you put the weight on the left foot, step out to the right and rotate, watching the back of the right hand. Weight is shifting from the left foot to the right foot in that nice little rocking motion. Bring in the left foot, switch hands. The left goes high, the right goes low, and you rotate back and you're waving hands in the clouds. Bring the right hand high, the left hand low, step out to the right and rotate. Eyes are watching the back of the right hand. Bring in the left foot, switch hands and rotate. Switch hands, step out and rotate. Switch hands, step in and rotate. I've lost count, so we're going to do one more. Switch hands, step out and rotate. I'm not sure if we did 3 or 4. Switch hands, step in and rotate back. And this time you finish it by letting that low hand go high. Turn the torso forward and an open and a close. Now, when you finish your practice, if you choose to do a home practice, when you finish your practice, you do a closing movement. The simple one is just allow the hands to go forward, palms down, and they drift down, and you sink in your knees a little bit. So it's just has to have the breath with it, in my opinion. And that ends your practice. The other ending that I like is after you finish the opening close, you let the hands go down. They do a little bit of a circle, pulling energy up, grabbing more energy there and pushing it down. The visualization is that you're grabbing energy and pushing it down your spine. I like to add a very good exhale. And I usually do 3 of them. Inhale and exhale. Let's come seated. If you have water, please take a sip if you should so desire. I'm not forcing you to drink. I'm suggesting you drink. Okay. Okay, just to summarize, Tai Chi is a slow, mindful movement practice. Yes, we move kind of quickly in class. We're learning the mechanics, and it's necessary to squeeze it in the time frame. But if you start practicing at home, that 5 minutes a day, after you get used to the mechanics, you can then start slowing it down and make it more mindful. And it's not just a movement practice, it becomes a meditative practice. My time here with you is to teach you these forms, and even if it is a mechanical way, I am teaching you the movements and the sequence of the movements so that you can combine them. Because tonight we did single whip. The last class I did brush the knee. In your practice at home, once you learn both sequences, you combine them. You just separate each sequence with an open and close. You might do a brush the knee right, and then you might do a single whip left, maybe then a brush the knee left, and then a single whip left, whichever ones, and then mix them up again. You can mix and match. You start with commencement and you end with a closing. You could end up doing a 30-minute routine as your practice if you're up for it. I recommend music with the practice, or something that relaxes you, even if it's nature sounds. Though I have learned that there are some people who really want to relax to silence. I commend that. So if silence is what you need, use it. Otherwise, put on something that relaxes you. I don't care if it's classical, easy listening, whatever relaxes you is what supports your practice. Okay, we are on Get Set Up. They are our benefactor. They bring us together, and they do a darn good job of doing it. Now, you've probably taken other classes on Get Set Up. If you haven't, please do, because there's so much there to offer us. But we want to hear about your experiences, not only for us, but for other people. Introduce other people to Get Set Up by posting your experiences on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm sure there's others. I can't think of them to name. But if you don't want to go posting, maybe you're not a social media person, email Liz, Liz at getsetup.io. Email her and tell her about your experiences, and she'll put it in the blog on our website, the getsetup.io website. Now, some classes I would suggest you trying out because they're related to this class would be Qigong. Ellen is a great teacher, and you'll find that Qigong teaches you these therapeutic movements that are the basis for Tai Chi. So if you're learning Qigong, it helps you in your Tai Chi. If you're taking Tai Chi, it helps you in your Qigong. And then, of course, give slow flow yoga a try. It's based on the same sort of concept. You take yoga postures, put them into a sequence, and go slowly. So you might want to give that a try. Now, for me, my next class is, oh yeah, there'll be some more Tai Chi for beginners classes. So sign up and come back and join me often. Even if you don't practice between classes, you're welcome. Just come and practice with me in class. Some people choose to do that. I do recommend a 5-minute a day practice at home in between classes because you will gain the benefits quicker, but that's up to you. I'm happy you show up and practice with me. Now, I will push people to try Tai Chi Shibashi. It's from the Tai Chi lineage, but it's 18 movements designed to be therapeutic for us. It's not just relaxing. It is designed to be therapeutic, working every joint, every muscle, every tendon in a gentle way. I find it pleasurable. I find it enjoyable. And I highly recommend everybody giving it a try. So if you haven't done it, come join me in a class and see if you like it. I teach 2 classes of Kundalini yoga a week at Get Set Up. It's chair-based therapeutic yoga. It's not gym yoga like you're used to seeing with Hatha and Vinyasa. It's all good stuff, don't get me wrong, but some people just aren't attracted to gym yoga. Or maybe you want something else out of yoga. You want it to be a health process. Well, Kundalini is designed to be therapeutic and make us healthier. Works on strengthening our nervous system, our glands and our organs, massages them so they work better. So the focus is different. It doesn't follow the same postures. It does exercises that are repetitive, sort of like Shibashi in that sense. So come give it a try if you haven't. Maybe you've never even heard the word. It's not real common in the West. And just last Sunday night, I started Sit and Get Fit. It's a chair-based fitness class. I'm going to make my Sunday night one a little more vigorous than my Saturday morning class. So if you want something that's a fitness class, but chair-based, come give it a try. And maybe you want the gentler one, and maybe you want the more vigorous one. But try them both, Saturday morning and Sunday evening. Sunday evening, since it's vigorous, will be 100% in the chair, though you can do it standing. Saturday morning, there will be some movements where you're welcome to stand and hold the chair or stand by the chair or stay seated. So they're going to vary a little bit in sort of flavor, but they're all based on sitting and getting fit. Now, today after class, I'm going to send you notes as I always do. And it'll have some of the key takeaways from the class tonight. There'll be a description of every one of the forms we practice. Maybe it'll help you if you practice between classes and you've got the recording and you just want some words telling you exactly what's going on. We'll read my descriptions. And it's going to have some recommended other classes. These 3 links here in the notes tend to be rather arbitrary, which I think is a great idea because it may just pop up something that you didn't know you wanted to try. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Something you may not have known you wanted to try. It happened to me. I saw this thing pop up about screencasting and I went and took the class, learned about something I didn't even know what that word meant. So evaluate the 3 links I send you and consider taking them. But more important is this button that says give feedback. We need your feedback. How else will Get Set Up know what's working, what's not working, what else to get, how to support us. It's not just you, it's me too. How can Get Set Up support us? So please, when you click that give feedback button, you're going to get this little card looking thing here. And you're going to have an option to rate the class 1 to 5 stars. And you'll tell us, you have the option to fill in the comment and say pro or con what you liked or didn't like about the class. Now, I will tell you 5 stars kind of implies that they should have more of these classes. So I highly recommend if you want more of these classes, click 5 stars. Same thing with me. If you want me teaching these classes, then over here, rate your guide, give me 5 stars. But tell in the comment that that's what you want. Say that you want more classes. Say you want more Tai Chi, you want a different style. I mean, whatever. Say what you want. and comments pro and con are beneficial. I keep telling people, somebody put in one of these comments that they couldn't see my feet clearly. Well, that got back to me, and now I light lamps in the room to light my feet better. So even negative statements are beneficial because it helps us make positive changes. Get Set Up in general. How could Get Set Up improve? What else would you like to learn? Here's where you can mention that you would have been wanting for years to learn how to do underwater basket weaving. And maybe they'll go find a teacher if somebody else asks for it too. So here you can ask for that little secret desire. You want to learn sign language. You want to learn French, conversational French. You want to learn what the heck DNA means. Put in here what you'd like to learn. And if enough people want it, they will go to great lengths to find a teacher. And then of course, click done. Okay, spread the word. We're a community. How do communities grow? More people join us. So spread the word about learning with Get Set Up. Tell your friends, your enemies, your relatives. You know, it is for seniors, so pull in some other seniors. If you go to a senior center, tell them about it. And of course, if there's an interest you want, I mentioned a minute ago about asking for a class, but maybe your interest really isn't a class. Maybe your interest is, I love to grow geraniums and I want to know what other people are doing. Well, email help@getsetup.io and tell them, I want to hold an interest group for geraniums. All you have to do is click the button at the start time. The class will open up. Other people will join you, and you say, I grow geraniums. Here's one of my geranium, maybe. I use this fertilizer. I've been having great success, or I've been having this problem. People will help you. You will help them. You'll share. So consider hosting an interest group. We have partners. That's how Get Set Up exists. We have partners, government agencies, community organizations, senior living facilities, assisted care. And to grow, we need to make more partnerships. So if you're associated with any of those types of organizations, please send us their contact information, phone, email address, and names, and we'll reach out to them and see if it's possible for us to partner with them. And of course, the recording was made by Kim. By the way, in chat, you could say, thank you, Kim, for being there today. We always appreciate our TAs. And maybe she posted something there that benefited you. She's always there for technical questions. Feel free to reach out to her. But she did a recording tonight. So after this class, you can email our help@getsetup.io, and they will fix you up with a copy of that recording. How cool is that? It's always good to see people staying with me through the end. Let's see what chat says. Let's see. So many kind words from so many of you. And I see Kim has been busy. Let's see. Thank you, Judy. Well, I think she was thanking Kim. But thank you, Judy, anyway. Thank you, Twee. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Mayho and Gladys. Well, Barbara, it took you 30 minutes to get in? I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope some of these ripples are getting ironed out. It was caused by our bad actors, but hopefully the powers that be are working on getting a better way of admitting people. And so hopefully some of these ripples are working out. But I share your pain, Barbara. I actually couldn't get into a class the other night. I sat there for the 5 minutes, and at the end of the 5 minutes, it told me I had to go to live streaming. They never let me in. So I must have looked sinister. So sorry that you had that problem today. I'm glad you made it in, though. Thank you, Alice. And thank you, Sherry. Oh, Sherry, you're so sweet. Such kind words. I love that when you say you have so much energy after the class. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you for attending. And let's see, Lynn, thank you for your kind words. And Verna, yeah, I love Verna's a regular. Well, actually, several of you are. I shouldn't identify a single one. So many of you follow me regularly, and I really appreciate that. Come back often. And I always love closing by saying, take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not there to take care of your loved ones. So think of your loved ones, think of your friends, and take care of yourself first. And with that being said, I'm going to say good night and see you in class soon. Hopefully.
Okay.
Take care, everyone. Take care of people. It didn't work there, did it?
Bye bye,
Didn't
everyone.
work for me at all.